Hello everybody and welcome back to My Life in LEGO Batman 2. This is episode 16. I hope you enjoy it. So, as you might have noticed, I changed everything up a bit. First things first, I started playing using a controller. And while this isn't that big of a change in these games, it takes a bit getting used to. Other than that, I'm changing a bit my way of recording this show. I used to really record one show and then including the beginning and the ending of the show. But I've decided to just record one big piece, cut it up later, and piece together an introduction and an ending to every episode. This will allow me to play a bit more steadily, get a bit farther through the levels, without every time having to save the music and everything. It will save me some time. That's for certain. Other than that, well, to be honest, you might have noticed lately, but I haven't been able to keep up with the schedule. This was mainly because my studies come before this at the moment, which I hope everyone thinks is quite logically, and I just hadn't had enough time to do everything, so I let this one slip a bit. I've also decided that this will probably be, or at least the My Life In shows, will be the only shows which I will keep up with. Of course, when I get some more time it will change, but this is the show that costs me the least amount of time per episode. And if you think something like Delirious Demo, I mean most demos only take an hour, but just thinking what you want to write and stuff also takes up another hour, sometimes even two. And it's just a bit of a drag if you're trying to get something done, especially if you don't have a lot of time. So this will probably be one of the few shows I will keep going on. Other than that, yes, I got some new games. I might just do one My Life In series of those games, have to see. Some of them are quite recent, some aren't. But like I said, I got some new stuff. Now, on another note, I am also going to be trying to get 100% for this game. I know it will be it should be about 80% at least at the end of the series, but we'll just see if we can manage to get the full 100. Would be nice, but I also know how much work that entails, and well, we'll just have to see if it is doable. Now, one major disadvantage, which I must mention, is that I haven't played in a while. So, I completely forgot whatever it was that I was supposed to be doing. Not really that bad, to be honest. But sometimes it's nice to know what the hell I should be doing. but we'll just have to see. So, like I said, I changed to controllers. I've had these for a while, but in the past it was just a big mess trying to get the right keys assigned, or at least keys which would play it a bit nice. And they didn't have native support from most games. They were just some Logitech Rumble pads. But I had to get me a new one, because my old one was broken down. And of course this meant that I would be getting a new one. And seeing as that the Logitech Rumble pad is about as expensive as the Microsoft controllers, I just chose to get that one, because at least it has native support. And I already tried it a bit with well, I played games like Assassin's Creed Revelations with it. Finished the game also, by the way. Not 100%, but I finished the storyline at the very least. I also played a Lego game with it. It was Indiana Jones 2, and I must say I quite liked that one. I mean, yeah, I'm only about halfway through, and I must say it's a bit strange having to choose which. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, but you have to choose which crate you want to play, and that's related to a movie. And every crate you need to get 100% to get 100% in the game, etc, etc. I'm not that far through it yet. It's gonna take some time, because I have to do that in my off time. And like I said, I don't really have that much time. Most of the games I've played are just little 20-minute segments, just not enough to record something, but just enough to do something fun for a bit. Now, this has the added advantage that at least I know Lego games a bit better now. I mean, I played one quite a bit. It also means that I've gotten used to the controller before I started using them in this series. Of course, every game you have to you have to get used to the controls again, because to be honest, they are always changing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it isn't always a good thing either. So let's see if we can get the stairs down without doing anything. Apparently we need to still get up and get back down on the other side. But that shouldn't be too hard. Now, well, normally I don't really like games which tell me to do a lot of this collecting. I do want to get through Adventurer in every level. I believe it's called different in this one, but I'll have to get it to remember how it's called again. But yeah, it's a lot of trouble if you have to go back to every level and recollect it. I mean, you probably have to redo most levels. As you can see right here, we have this poison ivy thing on the wall, Down there we have the Black Rock. I'm guessing we only can unlock that part with the Joker. So if I'm looking only to those parts, then we already have to redo this level. And if you don't have to focus on getting enough studs for an achievement, then that's quite a nice thing to have. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to get that one out of the way already. So damn, this is a shame. As you can see, quite annoying, this bug. I have to figure out how to get past that one. Most times in games where you have to do something like this, like flying, you have the advantage that you can take third person, which is really nice, because if you have to go straight for something, it's easier to go straight forward. Then again, sometimes it's just bad luck and it doesn't work as you want it to do. So in this case, we have to do everything from this perspective, and I can tell you without a doubt that it's one of the most annoying perspectives to platform. Either you need to have everything fully from the side, in a 2D platform preferably, or you need to show everything from a third person, because otherwise it's a bitch getting on these things. And that's not even accounting for the fact when you press a button too late. So like I said, it's a bit tricky, because I keep guessing the depth of the level wrong. Which automatically means that you have to start everything over. At least until it finally works. Quite annoying sometimes. But then again, there are worse things. So I must admit, it would be nice if those things were a bit more puzzly than they are right now. I mean, there's no guesswork at all, it's just you have these 3 items and you just have to turn them all. It's not have to turn this one once or twice. Nothing of that. Which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. But like I said, there are worse things. It's still a Lego game. Those should be a bit challenging, but not too hard. It's not really in that genre to be. So we can see that the Joker still has its favorite toy out. So let's see if we can stop this one. Apparently not. Or apparently not that way. Let's say it like that. So yeah, that's a bit about how it's been going until now. Focusing mainly on the studies and a bit on gaming, but sadly not as much as I would have liked. But I'm hoping it will change. So let's see. So that's all for this week. I hope to see you guys again next week with the next episode. If you wanna get a notice when it's out, please click the subscribe button below, and otherwise, see you next time.